I'd like to go back to the risk register now and show you guys, well, how do we do the quantitative mapping? How do we put a risk on an activity, and how is that going to go into the simulation? We have another feature here in NetRisk, which you're going to find very unique. And this is the ability to either inherit or uninherit a specific risk impact. Or in other words, how to link or unlink the impact from the activity to the risk. So we've got our permitting risk. I'll go ahead and hide my panes. All these are customizable. You can hide them, you can move them around, top, bottom, really set it up to view how you like it. And all of this will save, the columns will save with your instance of NetRisk. The next time you open it up, it's going to look exactly all the columns, how you left it. So we have our permitting risk, and I'd like to come put this on well, our building permit activity. I know I can use my quick filter down there to come put that on. And we have a column here for schedule impact, one for cost. And so we just check the box, and you see it brings in all of the values from the risk register right away. So a 50% probability of occurring on this activity. We've got impact rather from 8 to 12 days. And you'll see that, maybe we go make a change up at our risk register level. We revise our probability up to 55%. And you'll see the change propagate down here to the activity to 55% as well. And that's because it's linked again up to the risk register. You can see the little arrow icon that's letting us know. But a really useful, unique opportunity here is to say, well, okay, I think this risk is actually going to affect building permit at only 25%. Maybe it's occurring very far apart in time, and so the risk actually occurs with a different probability, or maybe just a different area of your project, but it's still, in essence, the same risk. And I can do the same for the impact. I can adjust the impact, let's say down to 6 days. So you'll see there's no longer the icons on this row. So now this is really a delinked impact. So if we come and update our probability, our impact at the risk level, well, now this one's going to stay put just where you put it. A really useful feature. Just the other week we had an assessment for a client where there were over 150 risks in their Excel file. And what we found a lot of times was a single risk. It could be a delay to the design, a delay to permitting, and it was duplicated 4 times, right? For site A, site B, site C, site D. And then we had delay to procurement, site A, site B, site D, site T. And what was the difference? It was the probability, or maybe the impact was a little bit higher, a little bit lower for that project. So this is really unique. You can really only do this in NetRisk. An opportunity to just capture one risk in your register and then adjust the impacts on the different activities based on when they're occurring or where in your project. And you'll see once we get over to the results, how you can roll this up and tell me, okay, well, what was the impact of the risk as a whole, or what was the impact for each occurrence of the risk? So very, very useful and something that only NetRisk does. So we put one on permitting, and I'd like to go put some more impacts over here. We can use the quick filter. We can just go row by row very quickly. Let's say we want to put one on our elevator. So we can use the schedule checkbox. Now, when we get to the design risk, we see we have both a schedule impact and a cost impact. So the schedule impact we'll put in SD set, schematic design, and the cost impact we'll go ahead and put on our design hammock, which we created for our cost element. So in this case, we'll go ahead and check the cost checkbox. Materials, we can go put on shops RNA, and I'm using the quick filter, but you can scroll, you can sort, you could search for descriptions. You could use a lot of ways to find the different activities and do the mapping. I have an idea of the IDs ahead of time, so that's why I like to use the quick filter for this. So just one more, we've got an electrical risk we want to put over here. Finally, our process equipment. I'll come and put that on our install connect process equipment activity.